no BS, this might be one of the best episodes of One Piece ever. Like, I'm like, ever in the series, bro. Just listen, man. Like, this is an episode. If you're really a One Piece fan, you stuck around with it, you really are going to appreciate this episode a lot more than I feel like you're just like an average fan. Cause like, bro, you gotta be a diehard fan to like appreciate this episode. Cause I get it that it's filler, but at the same time, it's not. Like, it blew me away, because when I first heard of the announcement, and by the way, I just watched this episode not long ago because I was out of town for a little bit. The people who follow my socials, y'all know I was out of town for a little bit, so usually when I'm out of town, I'm kind of just like having fun, not really worried about anything. But I finally got the chance to watch it on my way back, obviously why I'm making this video, so I kind of wanted to get my thoughts on it. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but just wanted to get my thoughts out there, because yeah, like, man, I love One Piece a lot. I try to cover like some of the best episodes and stuff like that, but let's get this out the way, bro. If I had to give this episode a rating, listen, man, a 10 out of 10, bro. This shit was a masterpiece, bro, from start to finish. Like, bro, they didn't even have like a opening at the intro. Like, it was literally just straight to it and stuff like that. And in terms of animation, listen, y'all know me, I love animation when it comes to my animes and stuff like that, but with this in particular, this special episode for One Piece, because I think it was like an anniversary project or whatever, it was literally a Sakuga fest throughout the entire episode. It was fantastic. The direction, I think the director who animated this, or not animated this, but the director like who was like, you know, directing and stuff like that, I think it's the same person who did 10-15 of One Piece. I know a lot of people consider that as like one of the best episodes ever. And so going into this, we had a lot of great animators and stuff like that. Vincent worked on this, like a lot of great animators worked on this. And as soon as like the episode starts, bro, you get to see like, because this takes place like a little bit after the Marine fork, like the Sabaody arc, a little bit, just a little bit past that and stuff like that, but you get to see like it's just pure chaos, and that's what I like. I know we're getting a Fishman Island remake, but bro, fuck all that, man. I need a remake of Marine Fork, like just going crazy, because that will go like literally, this is what I think of Marine Fork. Like what we got in this episode, like the tiny bits, that's literally what I think of like what Marine Fork should be, just pure chaos and stuff like that. And the thing that I really like about this episode, and I feel like a lot of people did too, is the different POV shots and just regular civilians that are not overpowered like us, you know what I'm saying, like just a regular soldier and stuff like that. And you gotta deal with these like basically inhuman beings, you know what I'm saying, with devil fruits and shit like that. Like for God's sakes, fucking Whitebeard is like what or like earthquakes or some shit like that, where like he's like some crazy OP shit. Did you see Kizaru and stuff like that? Like, just you're dealing with these people who are basically are not humans, you know what I'm saying. Like the fact that regular civilians are dying and stuff like that, like you really get to see a different perspective on it, and I think that's really refreshing and really nice. Hopefully One Piece gives us, hopefully they just do more projects like this where we get to see, you know, from different POVs and stuff like that, because it's really interesting seeing especially the soldier or whatever. And I thought that was one thing that I really like about this episode, is that you really get to see how much Luffy impacted not just the pirates, you know what I'm saying, not just his crew, but like other people who may not say it, but who are obviously in the Navy but just don't want to say it because maybe just don't want to get in trouble or anything like that. But like they really do appreciate Luffy, and Luffy inspired them, because that one soldier was about to run away, and then you see Luffy at the last minute come in. He's like, I'm here, I'm your brother, some shit like that, and then he gets inspired and he just says, fuck it, I'm gonna go save my brother, man. It is what it is, that's my brother, I gotta go get him. Like bro, it is just so hard not to root for Luffy and like his inspiration to others. And that's, I feel like that's what the takeaway about this episode is, like you get inspired by other people, and that's what motivates you and stuff like that. For example, the little girl that you basically, I would say she's like the main character of this episode or whatever. She's basically a fan of Nami. Nami changed her life in a sense, so she wanted to give her a letter and stuff like that, appreciate her or whatever. And she goes on this adventure, stuff like that. She gets stopped by a Navy and stuff like that. She gets stopped, and one thing too that I kind of did get sad about, but at the same time I understand, is like that she never delivered the letter to Nami specifically, but she got to see it with her own eyes at the very end. Like like you see just the entire crew, but just laughing and stuff like that, of them escaping Sabaody, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, this takes place a little bit after Marine Fork, so like I guess the Sabaody arc or whatever, like where they're about to leave and stuff like that. You get to see like little flashes of everything. Like this episode had a lot packed in like 30 minutes or some shit like that. Like it's just so much that you could take away from this episode. And like I said, I feel like you won't really appreciate this episode unless you've been like a longtime fan and a diehard fan, because you will appreciate what Luffy had to go through, but not just that, seeing everybody's perspectives and stuff like that. Like it really makes me appreciate Luffy a lot more, because he was really the main center of the war, you know what I'm saying, motivating others and stuff like that. You get to see also too, like Mihawk, like you get to see all these other villains and stuff like that. Oh, I wouldn't say villains, but like antagonists going at it and stuff, like, and it's just so cool seeing them like in a different art style and shit. Like I said, hopefully one day we get to see like a Marineford like readaptation or whatever, and I will love if we could have like this type of style. Like it just, like, don't get me wrong, I like the One Piece style that we have lately, but this style for me, I feel like fits One Piece perfect. Like it just flows really nice. I really like it, like I said. But overall though, as an episode as a whole, I just thought it was phenomenal. So many great things that you could talk about this episode, but I don't want to, you know, make it too long or whatever. Just wanted to get my thoughts on it. But overall, like I said, I thought this episode was 10 out of 10. OST, and then just seeing the crew at the very end, them sailing and stuff like that. Let's go. Like, man, like I said, but you gotta be a One Piece fan to really appreciate this episode. And even if you're a casual, I feel like you'll like it, but not as much as like a diehard fan. But yeah, definitely just wanted to get my thoughts. But let me know what y'all think about this latest special episode or whatever. Like I said, I know right now we're gonna have Fishman Island for the next couple months. The anime won't return until next year, like, you know, with the Egghead and stuff. So, you know, we'll see what they do. But anyways, just wanted to get my thoughts on the latest One Piece episode, because I just shit was phenomenal. But yeah.